So, hi everybody. Welcome back to another Tidbits with Tracy. It has been a minute since we've actually had some of these recordings from a busy end of the year. But I'm so excited to welcome Courtney Wright here on Tidbits with Tracy. So, Courtney, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do.
Well, good morning. Thanks for having me. My name is Courtney Wright. I am a VP of Business Development for Aviation with Flagship Facility Services. So I have been here a little over 5 years and focus primarily on selling new business to various divisions in aviation, airports, airlines, FBOs, etc.
Incredible. And so, a little fun fact that people may or may not know, you had a really big year last year. So, not only were you promoted to vice president, congratulations, but you also became a first-time mom. So,
I did.
congratulations. It's so exciting. So honestly, that's incredibly powerful. And I would just wanted to listen and learn about what are some of the skills or lessons that you've learned from becoming a mom that you're able to bring into the workforce, bring into the workplace, especially in a leadership position.
It's definitely day by day.
I like the honesty.
She was 10 months yesterday, so we're at a very fun age. No, I mean, a multitude of things, right? I think learning how to delegate, both in my personal life, letting my husband kind of take over and do things that maybe normally I would want to control. And that very much led over to my professional life as well. And, with this promotion, I was able to get a team, and that's been a huge help is, leaning on them, especially with some of the travel that comes up in this role, and knowing that I can count on other people and trust other people to get the job done. And that's been huge, is having those people and just really kind of learning to let go where I can.
Can you teach me that too?
It's a work in progress.
Learned that lesson as well. So, and amazing. So congratulations to you. And I think becoming a mom and being in a place of leadership, you have such a unique perspective on things. You bring in so many powerful skills, into the office that, that can teach a lot of others. So it's exciting to see, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
So what are some of the tips and tricks that you use to keep motivated? I mean, you're juggling a lot, and it sounds like you've got an amazing team to support you. What do you personally do to keep inspired?
I mean, I have to prioritize now, more than ever. Just there's only so much time in the day, and I've got to really decide on what's important, what can wait till later in the day, or what can wait till tomorrow. So I think that's a big thing. And then taking time for myself, it's very hard, but it was something that I learned very on, especially when I was not sleeping at the beginning, with, hey, even if I just need to go and close my eyes for 30 minutes or get on the Peloton or take a bubble bath or whatever it is doing that. And then getting that little bit of time away by myself makes me a better employee, makes me a better friend, a better mom, a better partner. So I can't do it all the time, but as much as I can, I really try and do that.
I think that's such a powerful lesson for everybody to remember because, especially in a leadership role, you're often taught to, grind, run hard, run fast, keep it going nonstop. And I think now, especially with new generations entering the workforce and leadership, we bring the perspective of, no, take care of yourself, because when you take care of yourself, you are a better leader. And it's really great to see that you're leading by that example.
Yeah, one of the big things I've started doing, and my boss will not like to hear this, but when I travel, unless I'm like really working with a deadline or something really pressing, when I'm actually physically on the plane, I unplug. And I don't get Wi-Fi, I'm not emailing, I'm just, watching a Netflix show or reading a book and just taking the hour and a half or 2 hour flight. And that has made a huge difference.
That is such a pro tip. It's true, because oftentimes you think when you get on the plane, keep working, it's quiet. But actually, if you flip that and start to, decompress, when you land, you're ready to rock and roll and keep running.
Absolutely.
Smart move. So you started with Flagship. That was the first role in facility management that you've had, correct?
Correct.
Tell us, a little bit about the industry when you first started and then where you've seen it go. Where is it now?
Oh, wow. I mean, night and day difference. I think, I started back in 2016, and that was really a time where we were seeing kind of the rise of these huge corporate tech facilities. Everyone's living at the office. They're, providing you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and there's salons and barbershops and coffee shops, and they're trying to get the employees to live at work, basically. And when we first started, it was, working around IFM and janitorial for those types of almost 24/7 facilities. And over, obviously within the last 2 years, we've seen those spaces totally empty out or 80% empty out. And now it's more of a work from where you live versus live at where you work. And so that's been a huge paradigm shift that I think as an industry, we're all trying to play catch up and get ahead of this curve. And what does that look like both now and then 5 years and 10 years down the road?
That's incredible to think about that. Think about all those poor ping pong machines and bean bags that waste the office place. No one's using. It's true. Well, what excites you the most about where the industry is going now?
I mean, I kind of the unknown. While it's scary in some ways, it's also kind of exciting because you don't really know what's around the corner. I think especially in the aviation industry, which is kind of where I focus my time now. I mean, we went from, rising passenger counts and then plummeting passenger counts. And then now we're back up and airports are, getting a lot of money to renovate and expand. And so it's very exciting to see. I think the technology is something that intrigues me, even from where we were just, I saw a meme the other day that was like, man, the QR code has made a huge comeback. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so true. Something that we thought was so dated and aging out is now the new technology that, even my grandparents know how to use.
I know. Isn't that shocking?
It's very weird. I'm excited to see, what we can do both with new technology and then how we can maybe reutilize existing technology that we've seen in the last few years to kind of make it come up with the times of what we're seeing now.
Yeah, it's true, especially just from a use case standpoint, right? The QR code's a great example. What it was used for, 5 years ago is drastically different from what it's used for now. And even just that flip of a switch, you can actually revolutionize something as simple as that.
Right.
It's pretty incredible. So last but not least, because I don't want to take up all of your time, you are a busy woman. What is one piece of advice or two pieces of advice that you would give others as they were, thinking about joining into the either aviation industry or joining into the IFM facility management industry?
I mean, for me, I would say don't let it intimidate you. When I came into this role and into this company, I kind of doubted myself a little bit. I had a sales background, but I did not have any knowledge of the IFM industry. And I thought, oh, am I really going to need an engineering degree or a construction degree to kind of understand this? And while certainly that can be beneficial, I would say it's absolutely not necessary. So don't let the technical side of the industry deter you from entering, because it's surprisingly very fun, especially aviation. It's constantly changing and evolving. You're never doing the same thing every day. And it's easy to kind of pick up that lingo and do continuing ed and kind of figure out what niche you're interested in.
That's spot on. And I think one thing that carries through, especially from your earlier comment, is when you have a great team supporting you or just around you, you can learn so much from them. And I learn from our team every day and vice versa. And I think that also makes it exciting and reminds you that, to your point, you don't need to necessarily have a degree or a specialization in what you're doing if you've got strong individuals around you that you can, listen and learn from and to grow with.
Yep, absolutely.
Amazing advice. Well, thank you so much, Courtney. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your leadership in this industry. Congratulations again on an incredible past, year and upcoming year. We look forward to working with you more.
Yes, same. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. Well, this is another episode of Tidbits with Tracy for all 6.5 viewers of you. Thank you, and stay tuned for more amazing guests coming down the line.